What's going on, guys? Master Tom here, 7th degree black belt, Shaolin Kempo karate, former amateur world kickboxing champion, and action martial arts Hall of Fame member. Today, we are going over combination number 11. Guys, this one's going to be a long video, so buckle up because we got a lot of stuff to go over in this combination. There's a lot of details, a lot of variations I've seen over the years of combination 11, a lot of things that I see people do wrong in combination 11, so we're going to kind of go over all that, cover all the different details, all the different variations, and I think you guys will get a lot out of this video. So come on, let's go check it out. Okay, guys, combination 11, first combination that we learn at green belt with stripe. You guys ready? Punch comes in, back. That guy's combination 11. Come on, let's get into the details. This is a fun one. Come on. All right, a lot of stuff to go over. First part. All right, so punch comes in. We are catting back. So Rob's giving me energy. I'm catting back out of that punch. So as he punches, I'm not standing here and just blocking down. As he punches in, I'm catting back, blocking down. Down to palm block, trying to drop this pressure point right here on this forearm, right here if I get it, but I'm coming down here. As I block here, I'm shooting in with this left foot coming out of the cat. So I'm in the cat, I'm coming out of the cat. And I'm going to do a trigger finger. So here's the first detail we got to get into, is we got to talk about the trigger finger. So as he punches in, cat back, step in, this hand stays pinned, and this hand's coming up with a trigger finger. I'm going right to the temple. If he stayed kind of facing forward a little bit more, I might go to the eye, coming in this way. All depends on how he turns. So if he turns his head, he sees his punch coming, he turns his head a little bit, bang, I hit the temple. If he's facing me, boom, I'm going to go to the eye. But we're going to talk about the trigger finger, because here's where people make a mistake with the trigger finger. I see a lot of people do, man, I can't even do it wrong. So many years of practicing it the right way. I see a lot of people do it like this, where they put their thumb on the side, and they put their finger here, and they do the trigger finger. What happens with this type of trigger finger is your finger, there's nothing holding this structure here. This is loose, and this moves. So what I'd rather see you guys do is just extend this knuckle a little bit, and I'm going to put my thumb on top, and I'm going to press. So I'm pressing in with my bottom three fingers, pressing down with my thumb, and I'm squeezing this knuckle. And I'm just extending this knuckle out a little bit. And this is my strike. What also happens is, bonus is, when I do this trigger finger, and I'll do it on this side so you can kind of see. So as I come in with this trigger finger, I might actually also hit with the back part of my knuckles. So it might be, you don't have to think of it so much. I'm going to do it to Rob's arm. Like, doop, like that. It could just be whack. And I'm hitting with this, but I'm also hitting with my back knuckles, and I'm kind of hitting, yeah. So I might catch him just this knuckle, might catch him with my back knuckles. If it's the eye, I might just catch him with this here, but the biggest part is squeezing here. Now, all that being said, if I had to pick, and Rob was throwing a punch at me, and I blocked, and I had to strike him back right here, my instincts would not be to pick his trigger finger. So if I had to hit Rob here, bang, I'll come in with my thrust punch all day over a trigger finger. So trigger finger is there. You guys, I'm giving you the traditional ways with the trigger finger. If you guys want to practice with the trigger finger, that's great. If you want to practice with a thrust punch, it even could be a short back fist, that's fine. So I can do a short back fist, I can do a thrust punch to the eye, I can do a trigger finger. You guys can play around with that. That's up to you. Use what you guys feel comfortable with. But the big thing is this hand keeps his arm pinned. So here, bang, and I'm stepping in. This is keeping his pin. This is striking, right? Now I start knocking his head back a little bit. This hand is going to slide up this arm. I'm going to keep this down the whole time. So I don't want to come off and just hit him. It slides up under his chin. Here, boom. So I'm here, just like this. Boom, slides up. I hit him under the chin. Now as I start, is it a chop? Is it a palm? Yes. You hit him with your shudo, hit him with your palm, Buddha palm, whatever you hit. Just get his chin going back and up. Now once his chin starts going back and up, I'm going to keep going with that motion. I'm going to rake his face. It's this motion, guys. It's not I'm pushing away. So I'm not hitting Rob, I'm pushing away. It's here, and I'm raking. So I'm just I'm taking Rob's face and just shoving it right down to the floor, but in and down to the small of his back, so this arc. So once I start getting that arc, it's really driving Rob back. Now this hand's gonna keep going. This hand is gonna be on guard. Don't be like this. I'm doing this for video so you can see my face and hear me talk, but your hand's gonna be on guard. So as I'm raking, this hand slides down. All I'm doing is I'm just changing my level. So I don't want to lean, I don't want to be off balance. So as I come through, change my level, this hand slides down now, blocking, protecting anything here, slides down to the top of his knee. As I do that, this hand's coming through, grab the ankle, press down. So it's this motion here. As I grab his ankle, this hand is pushing, but I'm changing my level and leaning forward. I'm not leaning like this. So use your legs, use your body, and then drive forward, but don't lean. That's the worst part. I see some people lean on this and then they get all mixed up with this takedown. So once you get this takedown, here's where a lot of crazy stuff happens now, right? So now I'm going to step in and I'm going to knee Rob to the groin. So all this knee is, it's not I'm dropping a knee straight down. I'm just stepping in here and just driving. All I'm doing is pushing my hip forward a little bit, and I'm just driving my knee or my shin into Rob's groin. As I do that, this hand, this is important. This hand, well, I'm not just grabbing Rob's foot any old way. This hand, we're playing football right now, is going to come all the way around. So as I turn this hip forward, so you can see my hip starts turning forward, I'm moving forward this angle. This hand follows, boom. So now I angle my body this way, but I grab his ankle this way. This hand comes in, grabs his ankle, his heel like this. This hand grabs this side of the foot. So I'm grabbing right here. Here, this elbow. This is important, watch. Here. Not this. I'm not turning. Here's where people make a mistake. Whatever grip they grab, they picture just trying to turn Rob's ankle. And I'm going to make Rob turn all the way over on his belly because I'm going to twist his ankle. It's not going to work that way. So we're going to be here. Drive this knee. Boom. I catch this here. This grabs here. Now I have a good grip, but look at this extra leverage. That's the leverage I want right there. Now if I twist Rob's ankle, it's going to make a big difference. Now, there's two schools of thought for the next move. And I'm going to show you both. Both are correct, both work. You pick which one you like, practice both. Both are great. So first one is the one I did, I think, when I did it quick over here. So I practiced both versions. So is from here, I'm going to lift Rob up. I'm pulling his hip socket and his butt off the mat. So basically what I'm trying to do is lift up here. Now look at this grip. I'm going to pull with this, push with this, and as I get Rob's hip up off the ground, now Rob has no choice but to roll. Now I continue with this. That's got to be quick. As soon as he rolls, I have to get over him. Don't stay here too long because he's going to start trying to roll out. I got to follow him. Once I follow him, you can see this grip, guys. Rob has nowhere to go. Now this is that break. Bang. As I step over, thrust punch to the ribs. This kick right here is a rising heel kick. Very important with this kick, we are not doing a snap kick. I'm not hitting with the instep of my foot. I'm not coming up. When you have a body that's laying flat on the floor, this is where you can get injured. Injure your ankle, injure top of your foot. So I'm coming up and through. So when I thrust punch here, bang, I'm coming up and through, axe on the other side. Now, after this, we figure it's just cross and cover, right? Just cross and cover, okay, I'm done. No. There's another important detail with here. So when I finish this axe kick here, what I want to do is I want to cross and cover, and I want to cross and cover to the direction of Rob's head. Whether I'm practicing righty, lefty, whichever way you are, I want to cross and cover and keep an eye on Rob. So I don't want to cross and cover. I'm not worried so much about his feet. I don't want to be crossing covering over here. I want to watch what he's doing, where he is. So I cross and cover here, always towards his head. So Rob turned back over again. We're going to go back. We'll move over here a little bit. Whew. Let's go back to this detail with his leg. So now I got Rob here, right? So I come in. So I did the sweep. Boom. I step in to do this knee. I grab here. Here's another version, and I like this variation also. Picture you're opening a bottle of aspirin with a childproof top. I'm pushing down and twisting. So before we pulled up and twisted. So now here, I'm going to, after I knee here, boom, I'm going to push Rob in. I'm going to push his leg in the socket here. Yeah, oops, you probably heard that on the mic. But pushing in here and then twisting. Oh, yeah, right there, boom. And now I have that, and the rest of the combo would be the same from there. So you have that push in and twist or pull up and twist. Both work, both are great. I love both versions. Practice both versions. That's the the beauty of these combinations. You have these different variations, you can practice them. But that's one of the biggest things is that football grab and that push in or pull up. So let's do it again. We'll do it from this side, so this way. So punch comes in, and cat and back, boom, striking. Again, it could be trigger finger, thrust punch, back, a quick back fist, short back fist here, slide up, boom, through, come down, sweep, drive in, get this here. This time I'll do this version here. Boom, step, rip, bang, bang, cross and cover towards the head. All right, guys, so one more time. Combination 11, punch comes in, step back, cat stance, block, step in, strike, palm, rake, drive, come in, boom. Now, here's one more thing about this part, guys. It's like I said, you're either going to go all the way in or all the way out. Just don't be in the middle. We joke around in class all the time. We have a saying with Mr. Miyagi. I might have actually said it in some of the past videos. Mr. Miyagi had a good line in Karate Kid. He said, walk on the left side of the road, safe. Walk right side of the road, safe. Walk in the middle, sooner or later, squish, just like great. That applies to so many things in martial arts, and it applies a lot of times to techniques. So I'm either going to go all the way in, where I'm pushing his leg in and rotating him, or I'm going all the way up and rotating him. But don't just stay here in the middle and just try to twist Rob's ankle and be lazy with this. So you got to have some kind of either driving force forward or driving up, and then getting that twist. And make sure you have that forearm under there. Bang, step. You can feel this break right here. Step with that break, bang, strike, strike, and strike. Man, guys, that is combination 11. All right, guys, another version of combination 11 I've seen with this too is when you roll the person over. I see people step here. Sometimes I see people do like this, like crazy arch here, and they're trying to do some crazy arch. You don't have to worry about anything like that. Just worrying about keeping this torque on this ankle here. And again, I've seen people come here, and I've seen people do a toss, where they toss this leg like a scorpion. I'm going to make Rob turn into a scorpion, throw the foot over his head, and then come in with combination, with your end in there. You guys can do that variation too, but realistically, if I'm over here and I got Rob's leg, and I'm stepping over and I'm just cranking this thing, I'm letting this rip right here. This is where that break is going to happen. I'm not going to have that leg anymore to even worry about it. But if for whatever reason you're still holding on to this leg and you're stepping over, you do want to give Rob something to think about. If I just go, okay, and just drop, he's going to whack me in the groin with the heel kick or a roll or whatever. So I need to give him some kind of quote unquote going away present. So I need to give him something to think about. So if I don't break his ankle, sure, that's a good, just rip his leg right over his head and then come in with that punch. But if you have that ankle break and you have a nice solid and you just keep that torque, just rip it. So guys, that's combination 11. Hopefully you guys got a lot of details out of that. Like I said, there are so many different variations of it. Practice all the different variations. Practice the trigger finger the correct way. Sometimes, like I said, if you want to incorporate the trigger finger, that's fine. If you want to change that strike to a thrust punch, back fist, that's fine. If there's any questions you guys have on this or any more details you want to see, let me know. If there are any other techniques or any other questions you guys have, let me know in the comments and I could always make a video for it. Until next time, us.